are now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad like, Doug like, bright lights in sight, alright. Dad like, Doug like, bright lights in sight, alright. Yeah. Dad like, Doug like, bright lights in sight, alright. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio. With my co-host, as always, Jason is here, but we've got a few other people here today. Stella is back from college, so I don't know. She's Jason's kid. She said she went to college. I'm starting to ask questions. Jesse is here. He is Jesse. Preston is our information czar. He's here, and Harrison is on the ones and zeros. Jason, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying that your descriptions are inaccurate. I'd say that you got mine dead on.
Sure.
I'd say Harrison's is pretty good.
Yeah.
But the number of times that we have to yell at Preston when he's here to bring up some information, I don't think he's earned the name.
So I just want to say, last week when they relied on you, it was a struggle.
But see, they don't call me the information czar.
They call you
They
nothing.
call you the exactly.
We don't even call you or text you. You just show up.
I know what they expect of me.
We've tried to
Get your
change
stuff
times and
together.
dates, and it doesn't work.
I never
I'm
asked
just
Jesse to look
perpetually
anything
here.
up because his fingers are too fat to hit the buttons.
They
He hits 3 letters at once, and it's just a mishmash.
I do struggle
you know?
on the touch screen.
Those sausages just pounding away at the phone, you know?
Did you
I
see
can't even
King
be mad.
Charles's fingers?
No, I
Those are
didn't.
horrifying.
Oh my gosh,
What's
he's
going
got
on with-
he's got sausage fingers.
Really?
Yeah, and they're like,
He's King Charles now.
yeah.
Wow.
Long
Yeah.
live the king.
Long live the king.
Well,
Probably won't, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
How old is
What's
he?
the over/under on like 3
Well,
years?
the queen lived to be like 200.
Yeah, but she was supernatural, we think.
Yeah.
She was tapping into something.
She was a lizard person.
I think so.
That's a comedy bit. We don't actually think she's a lizard person.
Well, when you say we,
We remember
I mean,
last...
I do.
Yeah,
but we as a
No, it's not. The official show stance on Queen Elizabeth.
she's a normal person.
Our-
Individually, we all think-
officially,
Yeah.
our stance as a show is that she was a normal human being
Yeah.
that lived and died a normal life.
but every single one of us
Individually.
lizard lady.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But that's also, once again,
Okay.
official stance, she's a human being.
Human. 100%.
Individually, lizard person.
Yeah.
But let me say,
Uh-huh.
that's not a criticism.
No.
No. I mean, if you feel
had
like,
pet
how would
lizards.
you say that about the queen? I think we all wish we could be lizard people.
Yes.
If I could be a lizard person, that would be wonderful. I'm just a normal human being. But if I had lizard powers, then it would be great. So
Well, obviously,
it's not a criticism.
lizard powers. You could be a shapeshifter.
I'd love to be a shapeshifter. Love to be a lizard person.
If you could shapeshift right now into anything, what would it be?
I don't know.
A lizard.
Probably Queen Elizabeth, if I had to.
Like a living queen. Like a 30-year-old Queen Elizabeth or like 99-year-old?
My favorite age for Liz was 52.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good year for her. I think that was 1927.
I was going to say World War I.
I don't know. All right, Jason, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. I dropped my drink in the van.
That's not an official Panera cup.
They ran out.
Really?
This is a Panera cup.
I came closer than ever to using your number. I know we talk about this every week, but I was there at 6 a.m. the other day. I was like,
Yeah,
there's
he's
no
not used
way.
to it. Yeah.
But I didn't do it. I think I'm going to get my own subscription. I finally have come to the point where in my life I'm ready to get a subscription.
I'm going to every day I go. We've talked about this many times, but every day I go about 4:00
Yeah.
and I get 2 drinks, one on my account and one on Shelby's account. Now I can get 3. That guy.
Jason, I
saw Jason last week at Panera. I think it was this week.
he's there often.
Sometime.
I'm there every day, literally.
I
sure-
did when I walked in. I did have the thought when I'm done with the meeting I'm in, I'm going to use Jason's number, and he came in, and I was like, "Well, ruin that one."
All right, Jason, I want you to explain something to me. I feel like you will have a good explanation for this.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you something that happened in New Jersey,
Okay.
at a creek in New Jersey, and you're going to tell me.
Crick or creek?
Let's take a pulse of the room. I'm a creek guy.
I'm a creek guy.
Well, hold on. There's a difference. There are cricks and there are creeks. Cricks are a little bit smaller than creeks.
No.
You think a
Yeah,
crick
it's
is
the
smaller
difference.
than a creek?
Yes, it's the difference
I don't think
between
so.
a river and a creek.
I think that's
No, that's a river and a creek.
a creek, and then
a
it
creek
goes
is-
down to a stream after
See,
that.
I think a crick is a little bit bigger than a stream.
Well, no, but a crick and a creek. Where are
Yeah.
you getting stream?
Dan just said it.
It scales down. A crick and a creek are the same thing. It's
Nah.
just intelligent
No.
people
Well,
say it one way
No,
and
they are the same
unintelligent.
thing, Jesse.
It
Shut
starts with a drip.
It all starts with a drip.
Well, hold on. Does it start with a drip or does it start with a drop?
Drip.
A drip becomes a drop,
Uh-huh.
and then it drips.
The drip becomes a drop, which formulates multiple drops into a stream.
A pool,
And then
and then the pool becomes
You got to knock down
a
the beaver
body
dam.
of water,
Uh-huh.
and then it starts to stream.
Yeah.
The stream then becomes a creek, and then eventually the creek becomes
A crick.
A crick.
And then a river.
All right, so explain along a creek,
Uh-huh.
crick, whatever you want to call it, in New Jersey. Nobody knows why, but someone found what looks like 15 wheelbarrow loads of pasta that was just dumped
Oh, hey.
by the creek.
Okay, those
All right.
looks like spaghetti noodles.
It looks like it looks like spaghetti noodles. They look cooked. They're
They
not
do, yeah.
they're not hard spaghetti noodles. It's cooked spaghetti noodles. And somebody dumped about 15 wheelbarrow loads just by a creek. Somebody walked along, found it. What?
First
Yeah.
of all, how heavy is one wheelbarrow full of pasta? 50 pounds?
I'll bet it's more than 50. Is it
80?
wet?
well,
is it wet?
Is it a 7 cubic
Probably.
foot?
That's a good question.
One or
I would
four?
say it's above 50 pounds. I
Yeah.
would say at
80?
least 70.
Yeah.
We're talking 70 to 90 pounds.
Okay. Let's just round it off at 80.
So
So times how many?
15.
Mm-hmm. Is it 800
It's a
pounds
lot.
of pasta?
800 pounds of pasta just dumped by a creek.
Do you want an
What-
actual estimate?
Yes.
All right. It says about 130, 115 kilograms.
Oh.
That's what it says.
Do I look like Queen Elizabeth?
Yeah,
to you?
Hey,
Maybe I
this is
do.
just the
Did I?
first thing
Oh.
I could found.
No, we're not British or Canadian or Australian or any other country on the planet. We're English.
If you put a
We're
gun to my
American.
head and asked me how many pounds a kilogram was, I'd probably be like,
2.
put the gun down. We're just talking about weights and measures. Then we can talk. All right. So, Jason, explain to me.
Okay, first of all,
What
are you
happened?
on are you on Chat GTP?
I'm not.
Why
Okay,
would he
never
be?
mind.
So, explain to me what happened. What are the series of events? What makes sense here? What is a plausible explanation
I got-
as to
I got
why
it.
someone would do such a thing?
Have you ever heard of the New Jersey Devil?
I'm sure the hockey team.
No, there's a cryptozoological creature
Okay.
that lives in New Jersey, flies around in the woods,
Okay.
and he eats people.
Is it like the Mothman?
Yeah, it's very similar to the Mothman.
Maybe
You've
they're
never heard of the
related.
Jersey Devil?
I've heard of the New Jersey Devils.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's named after that, obviously.
Okay.
The hockey team is named after the creature.
It's a great Seinfeld episode when Putty dresses up like a devil
I don't
and he
know.
scares the old lady. He's like, "Whoa,
This
devil."
thing looks really weird.
Huh?
The image that popped up looks
Yeah,
really
no,
Of
it
the
looks
New Jersey
weird. It's
Devil.
like the horse's head.
Okay.
And it's got wings, and
All
it's
right.
like the size
So
of a
somehow
person.
this is related to the New Jersey Devil.
Yeah, so I think probably
Okay.
that they ran out of babies to sacrifice, and so they started feeding it pasta.
Sure.
I mean, that makes sense.
Except it didn't eat the pasta.
Well, you got to
It
go back
was
to the babies.
Jesse.
That's your plausible explanation. That's the most plausible explanation.
Yeah, I
Not-
think that's...
Not somebody went to Costco, got really excited, and said, I've never had spaghetti before, but it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And then someone else was like, you might not like spaghetti. Maybe you should try a little bit. They're like, no, I'm going to like spaghetti. I think I'm going to like it. So they got a hot tub boiling full of water and then dumped in, crates of spaghetti.
Yeah.
and then took one out and took a bite of it and said, "Oh, that's disgusting. I don't like any of this at all. What am I going to do
Tastes
with
like
all this
chlorine."
spaghetti?"
Yeah.
And then they took it and just dropped it off.
15 wheelbarrows.
15 wheelbarrows.
Okay, so here's the other thing. Have you ever?
I think
You
I
know
don't
how
think
hard it's got to
15
be hard to shovel spaghetti.
It
think
just
you just
flops
tip it
off
over.
the shovel.
But how did they get it in the wheelbarrow?
Oh, I didn't.
You know what I mean? Like it
Like a little
the moment you put
spatula.
the shovel in it, it would just fall off to the side, wouldn't it?
maybe they cooked it in the woods.
Here's what they did, right? To get in there, they used a pitchfork and they.
A pitchfork.
Now,
There you
and
go.
then they
Yeah,
swirl it on a big spoon.
That's what it is. It was a giant.
Okay.
Made some pasta.
Okay.
Took a big pitchfork.
Like Paul
ate some.
Bunyan.
Paul
Yeah.
Bunyan. Realized he didn't like it.
Or could have been Nephilim. Have we
Nephilim.
considered the Nephilim?
Often we have.
Okay, so I got another one.
All right.
Okay, so what about this? What if? Okay.
All right. Okay.
What if?
Okay.
You ever heard of My Patriot Supply?
Yeah.
You
Actually, that's today's show sponsor.
It's
Yeah,
not.
go to
Actually, they
mypatriotsupply.com.
specifically said we will not sponsor you. You guys are a bunch
I-
of idiots.
I
Type in
misheard them.
Lauer Road Radio.
Do not use Lauer Road Radio checkout.
Go to
MyPatriotSupply.com.
Go to blackriflecoffee.com.
No, My Patriot Supply. You get 3 months. If you use code Lauer Road Radio, you get an extra 3 months.
Of what? What do
If
they
you
sell?
pay for- you gotta pay for
Patriots?
it.
They sell Patriots.
No,
Supplies.
it's like 3-month food supply.
Just DVDs of the Patriot. Just
a big bucket full of DVDs. They're actually Blu-ray.
My
so.
Patriot Supply. Ooh, okay. There you go. I want laser
No, they sell
discs.
3 months of like food.
Like MREs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
So I think someone bought a bunch of My Patriot Supply pasta.
No, they don't have pasta there.
I'm sure they do.
You think so?
Yeah.
And they cooked it all and dumped it? See, that's what's the confusing part. Somebody cooked it.
Well, and like how far is where it was dumped to the nearest kitchen where it could have even been made?
Yeah.
Maybe someone filled a truck bed full of it.
somehow there's more questions than answers.
There's so many questions.
Maybe. Okay, here we go. I got it.
Okay.
Husband, well, fiance. You've got a married couple, okay? And
Man, woman.
What's that?
It's a Christian marriage.
It's a rightly formed union. We're patriots.
It's a civil union.
It's a civil union.
Yeah.
No, you've got a man and a wife are engaged to be married, and
Man and woman.
man and woman,
Okay.
biological.
Yeah.
And they decide that the wedding,
The reception.
The reception
Yeah.
after the wedding, they're gonna have spaghetti there.
Italian food.
And they got a big guest
Yeah.
list. They got 1,000 people there
Yeah.
or something, and so we got to get all this spaghetti cooked.
And they're trying to figure out how much spaghetti do we need to feed
And
that
so
many
they
people.
say we probably need 14 wheelbarrows.
Wheelbarrow.
and they say wheelbarrow is a hard word for me to say.
It's a wheelbarrow.
A wheelbarrow. That's what I want to say. So they say we think 14. We think 14's enough. And someone's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and make it 15. We don't want to look stupid and run out of spaghetti. So they go ahead and make it 15.
Yeah.
Okay. But along the way, the woman finds out that the man has been cheating on her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so she stands him up.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I don't know. I mean, he ate like half a wheelbarrow full of spaghetti. He's like, I can't eat anymore. This is all because he tried. He's like, I'm
Yeah,
not going to
yeah.
let this go to waste.
Obviously, yeah.
And he was by himself just eating spaghetti. And he's like, come on. And him and the groomsmen each had a wheelbarrow. Loaded it up with spaghetti,
And they
said, "Where's the nearest?" They said, "Where would we dump this?" And somebody's
New
like,
Jersey.
Somebody's like, New Jersey, and they're like, "What? Like in a dumpster?" Like, no, you don't want to dump it in a dumpster.
No.
Guys hang out in there. You don't want to do that.
You want to feed the homeless?
Yeah.
If you feed one homeless man, 10 more will show up.
And they're like, just out in the woods? Well, in the woods, yes. But, ideally, if you found a creek, let's find a creek. And they did. And that's how it happened.
Yeah. I mean, do you know how many
Was there
illegal
sauce?
immigrants you could have fed with that?
It didn't look like there was sauce. I mean, it might have been the kind of thing where they put the pasta and the sauce together. I mean, it's maybe, would you say that's?
There's no sauce on that.
Yeah, that's no
Not even
sauce.
Alfredo.
Oh, it could be Alfredo.
Well, it could be like a buttery type sauce,
Yeah.
but that's not even
Ooh.
Alfredo.
I could eat a couple wheelbarrows full of that.
They have to be in the dumpster though for you to eat them.
Yeah,
Remember,
that's
you have a
true.
dumpster
You-
food
it could be like
ordeal.
Olive Garden endless pasta, and they just
They-
like they were expecting a big night, and then all of a sudden, like all the staff
They
called off.
overshot it. Mhm.
All the staff called off, and they had made all this pasta, but there's nobody to.
Okay.
Or someone wanted to test and see if it's truly endless pasta, and they're just like, more. And every time they came, they just dump it into a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
More.
You said endless. You didn't
It's
say how
endless,
to eat it.
and they just kept bringing it.
All right, so it's Olive Garden. It's endless pasta night.
Yep.
And the chef is outside smoking a cigarette. He's thinking, and as a show, we're against cigarettes. And he's smoking a cigarette, and he's outside.
But he looks really cool doing it.
And he's thinking, you know, it's kind of a slow night. You know, not a lot of people here. He kind of looks in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, across the street, he sees 25 of the fattest people he's ever seen walking across the street. And he's like, Marco, put in all of the spaghetti we have.
Wait,
Sir, we just got a
10
shipment.
boxes?
No, all of the spaghetti.
15 boxes.
He's like, sir, you want me to put in all of the spaghetti? Yes, Marco. I said all of the spaghetti. Do it now. But what he didn't realize is that the hotel across the street, it's the National Overeaters Anonymous Convention. And those guys were going there.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
You were
Kind of
elected.
upset. Had I known there was,
I think you were elected treasurer this year, weren't you?
Had I known there was going to be 15 wheelbarrows full of spaghetti, I would have skipped out on my duties there.
Yeah.
And-
All right.
Hey, well, speaking of things in bulk, I was at Sam's
Your
Club
duties?
today. Well, I just, yeah.
That was pretty good. Jesse's. All right. Sorry.
yeah.
You were at Sam's Club?
Yeah, I was at Sam's Club today.
Again.
And it has nothing to do with buying bulk, but, you know, Sam's Club, you can. So, I was telling Jason, today, I went to the bathroom in Sam's Club.
Sure.
Okay.
It was implied.
Just a wee. Just
we,
a
we
wee.
understood
Listen,
that.
if you go into a store, we assume you went to said bathroom.
That's
Okay,
about
listen,
98% accurate.
Okay,
Yeah.
stop.
Like a
listen.
toddler. I gotta go.
But I stopped at the food
We
court
have to go into
first.
every bathroom.
Savannah's like, we just went.
I gotta go.
But I went to the food court first.
I have wholesale duties.
Okay, from percentage
Yeah.
of stores that you go into and the bathroom usage.
Yeah.
How many times, if you go in 10
Out of
stores,
10.
yeah,
Out of 10, man,
11.
probably 9.
11.
9.
I'm gonna be honest. It's probably up there. 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like, you know, you get to walking around. Sometimes I don't want to help check out.
Oh.
You know, if we go to
I pulled that
self-checkout,
move. I
like,
pulled that move.
I suddenly have to poop.
It's like a long.
and then, so that
You help. You finish checking.
Yeah.
I gotta go. You do that
Let me
thing.
make a sandwich real quick.
That's what it is. He always has snacks in every single
Every
true.
single
What's
one.
the snacks?
restroom.
A lot of times they think I'm stealing. I'm like, no, my wife's paying for it.
Yeah.
you
Don't
know.
worry about it. She's paying for it.
But so anyway, go to the bathroom. Number 1.
Yeah.
And as I finish, I turn to leave, and I see this dispenser on the wall. Now, it makes sense if I was in a woman's restroom, right?
Sometimes they have males dispensers. Sometimes
'Kay.
they have those.
Okay, fair. But what's in the dispenser? There's
Condoms.
nothing.
Usually it's condoms.
That's I thought that, and I thought that's a weird place. I can see it being in Costco, but not Sam's Club. We're classier. So, all it says is $1.
It's kind of a flex though to buy condoms at Sam's Club.
It is. They're like lifetime supply. No, well, just a month.
All right.
or two.
Okay.
Anywho,
The joke was enough. Okay. We don't need to add on to it. All right. Sorry.
So it just says $1, and I'm like, what could possibly?
But there was no sign.
There was no signage.
Oh, my
And so
goodness.
Does it have a
immediately,
does it have a crank?
yes.
What a mystery.
I know. So I
Maybe-
reach in my
wait,
pockets.
let's guess. What's
I-
in
we
there?
will. Hold on. I've already went through this in my head. I know exactly where I'm taking this. Let me lead, Jason.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just-
okay.
I want to do the thing that you want to do, but
Well,
He's led before.
we'll
It
give
hasn't
Jesse
gone out. It hasn't-
enough rope to hang himself.
so thank you. So I'm like, what is in it? I check my pockets. I don't have any quarters. Of
course.
So
Savannah,
I
give me some
run.
quarters.
No, I run. I'm like, Savannah, do you have quarters? She was like, she had 1. And I was like, I need 3 more.
She's like, Jesse, I told you you're not allowed to ride the horse. How many times have we had this discussion?
So we pay, and luckily in our change, we got 3 more quarters. She's like, all right, here you go. So I go back to the bathroom because where my head went, right?
Sorry,
is-
hold on one second. So I just want to clarify here because I think what you're saying is there's a dispenser on the wall.
dispenser on the wall.
In the
In
men's
the
bathroom.
men's
How
bathroom.
big is it?
It's probably 3.5 to 4 feet tall.
Use
Okay.
meters.
And 17?
Use
I don't know.
All right.
and,
All right.
and like, I don't know, 18 inches wide.
And it says it's $1.
And it says it's $1.
And there's a crank on it.
And there's a crank.
And that's all you know.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing
Is
else.
it stainless steel?
Yes.
Okay.
So it was about like 1.21
Sure.
meters.
Sure. That
Sure.
many meters.
Sure.
So I am immediately, my mind goes to, this is one of those woke things.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I also
see.
double took to make sure I peed in a urinal.
Yeah.
I was like, did I walk in the wrong?
Oh yeah, sure.
I did not. There was a urinal, and so I'm thinking it's tampons. And
that
in
makes sense.
today's culture, so immediately I get heated, and so I'm walking back. I turn my video recorder on because I'm like, this would be great content for the show.
Wait a minute. You turned on your video recorder in the bathroom?
I did, yeah.
That's illegal.
right.
Yeah, I made sure no one else.
Call Ray Grogan.
Once again, Jesse's not in his jurisdiction.
Not
if he
in
was, he would have been
jurisdiction.
arrested
Yeah.
17 times.
So I'm recording, going in the bathroom. I made sure no one was in there, and because I'm thinking I'm gonna be ticked.
And then, but before you put the quarters in, you're like, Savannah, do you need a tampon? 'Cause I got some quarters.
Well, I told her, I said, I'm gonna be
Sure.
mad. This is gonna be tampons
In the men's bathroom.
in the men's bathroom.
Okay.
So I walk in and I record and I put my quarters in.
I still want to
And
guess what's in
I
there.
really want to guess. What's
We will. So
Okay,
that's
all
where
right.
I'm at.
Because I feel
That's,
like
that's
I
what
don't
part of the
story.
story.
I don't want you to reveal it.
part of the
Until we
story.
guess it.
Yeah, don't reveal it.
So
Uh-huh.
is this a Mount Rushmore thing or is this just everyone
No, this
guesses?
is just everybody guesses.
Okay, everyone guesses. What was in it?
Are you crazy? It's not a Mount Rushmore thing.
The Mount
Have you
Rushmore
been
of
on the show?
the Mount
Have you ever
Rushmore.
watched?
The Mount Rushmore of things in a bathroom dispenser.
That is a Mount Rushmore, but that's not what we're doing right now. We'll do
Okay,
it later.
we'll do that though. That's where I envision this going. But so
No,
we'll
there's
go-
guessing before
Yep.
the Mount Rushmore.
Yes. So Stella, what do you think it was?
I don't even know what it. I
She's
don't
never
know.
been in a men's restroom.
No, I haven't. Maybe like wet wipes or something.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's
Ah,
good.
that is pretty
I didn't
good.
think about that.
That is pretty good.
But there's
Pay
a
for your own wet wipes?
I was gonna say urinal mint.
Oh, urinal puck. The one
I
you
call
put
them
in
a
there.
Urinal mint. That's what I call
He's
it.
eaten plenty of them.
Every time he's like, man, every time I pee, I get rewarded. They're delicious. It's like Pavlov's dogs. He just drools every time he goes
Sure,
and sees a urinal.
Would you want to take a guess?
Go condoms.
I think that's probably.
Yeah, you're at
safe.
Sam's Club. Come on.
Sam's. I mean, it's not a bar.
They have food
They
there.
sell alcohol.
They do.
It has all the things
Harrison,
necessary.
Preston,
I'm gonna go just a regular mint.
just a
Okay,
mint.
Yeah, hey.
just like
for
regular-
$1? Or like a pack of mints?
No, it's Costco, $1.
But you
for
get
like a mint?
Like a pack of
No,
like
no,
a
You
Sure.
can,
Singular
you
mint.
can get a lifetime supply.
Singular mint.
First
For
of all,
$1.
Inflation.
One Tic Tac.
first of all, it's Sam's
one
Club.
orange Tic Tac.
First of all, it's Sam's Club. Secondly, $1 gets you a lifetime supply of those.
Yeah.
All right,
Harrison,
What about a number 2 pencil?
Okay, that's
I've gotten a number 2 pencil out of a stainless steel dispenser.
okay.
In a restroom?
All right.
No, not in a restaurant.
Do you remember buying pencils?
Yes.
In like first grade.
oh yeah,
Was there a dispenser?
There was a dispenser.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Actually, I can't, for comedy reasons, I kind of want to say a ruler.
a ruler.
Have you put,
but but it's in centimeters.
Jesse, you don't understand the moment. Understand the joke was enough. We don't need to add
He
to
didn't
it.
clarify it
We
was
don't-
no
no, he
difference.
don't need to clarify it. You don't need to clarify. That's what makes it funny.
in meters.
In centimeters.
Definitely not meters.
All right. So what is it?
No, wait. Is Harrison Kess?
A gumball. You just won a gumball. Okay, you're just.
He's always talking about gumballs.
What is it?
Nothing. There was nothing.
Oh.
I know. I was so disappointed because I was ready to be
So you put
up
your
in
quarters-
arms. I put my quarters in. Listen, I peed. I left the bathroom and walked all the way across
Didn't
the
wash his
store.
hands.
Yeah.
Of course not. Why would I? I was going back. Didn't watch it the second time either. To get quarters from Savannah. Waited on her to check out so I could get quarters because I'm ready to be enraged.
Phone, camera,
Phone
in
and
hand.
I have the proof too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Please
And
don't show it.
I put my quarters in, turn the knob,
Nothing.
nothing.
Did you go-
bang on the thing?
Uh-huh.
Nothing.
You
I'm
gotta
like,
bang on.
I'm like, what? I'm pressing all.
Please, Jesse, tell me you went to the manager. Please tell me you went to the manager.
A service counter.
Hey, I was trying to get one of the things in the thing.
I'm sorry, sir. What did you think you were going to get in?
You know, the thing.
You know, in the dispenser. and the
Mint, a
men's-
pencil, condom, tampon. I don't know. Anything.
Sir, you know there's not even a sign on there. There's no words on there. It just says, you telling me you put $1. You're telling me that you put $1 in a dispenser that you had no idea what you were going to get. It didn't even say surprise. It just was blank.
It was blank. It said nothing. So
See,
there was
that's
nothing.
what I want the video of. Is Jesse talking to the manager and them trying to get to the bottom of this.
Aftermath.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
That's what I want.
But I was conflicted because on one hand, I'm happy that there are not tampons in the men's restroom.
Yes. Yeah, I think we
On
all
the
are.
other hand, I'm like, well, I just wasted $1.
Yeah.
And I was outraged for like 35 seconds walking from the checkout back to the bathroom because I'm like, I just cannot believe it. My precious Sam's Club, they're putting... And then it was nothing, and I was like, oh, so I shouldn't be upset?
Yeah.
And that just felt kind of weird. I really wanted to be upset about it, but there's just nothing in there. So I lost $1.
You didn't come back with anything?
Yeah, so I get out to the car, and she's like, what was it? And I was like, nothing. She's like, nothing. I was like, nothing.
Okay. All right. Stop. Show of hands in the room. Who thinks that Jesse doesn't understand how to work a dispenser? Okay, that's what we.
Hey, get the camera. We have cameras for a reason.
Show of hands. Who thinks? All right, it's user error. All right. I just want. I thought there's no way I'm the only person thinking this.
Listen. For next week, I go back to that area tomorrow.
This is the Mansfield
Sam's Club.
So if
I will
anybody's
go back
listening and you're in the area, or it'd be great if you work there, and you work at the Mansfield, or you frequent the Mansfield Sam's Club. Go to the men's restroom and get to the bottom of the dispenser issue.
You might have a case with Ray Grogan on this one.
Yeah.
Well, once again, out of his jurisdiction.
I keep on forgetting that.
Yeah.
But
So I'm just curious, on the dispenser, was it the pool table one where you put the 4 quarters in and you...
no, it was individual. You put them in, and then you pull you pull it to release the coins, and then you turn it. And I pulled, and the coins released.
What if it
and
had
I turned?
cigarettes come out?
And you lost your money.
I lost my money. So
This might just be a social experiment. Like we're gonna
there was a camera, the hidden camera of me going, me storming out of the bathroom and then storming back in with my phone. Oh, I'm gonna get these
It
suckers
wasn't even
today.
a real bathroom. The plumbing wasn't working. It was all staged.
Let's see. Yeah, there are a lot of explanations to this, but I hope Jesse, homework assignment, you've got to get to the bottom
I will
of this.
go back.
And go back, put in 4 more quarters, see if you can get anything. If you can't, please go to the manager. I've noticed myself...
Have Savannah film it.
Yeah. It's 2023. She can go into the men's bathroom.
I mean, there's tampons probably.
Maybe. I found myself in life... situations that I would have avoided, no longer avoiding them because this might be content for the show. Like the other day, Eric and I walked to Rite Aid and back from the apartment. And as we're walking, walking the dog, the one like kind of downtown. Yeah. I actually like that one a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're walking there and we're walking the dog, and there's this dude sitting on his porch, and he is plastered. And he's smoking a cigarette, and he's got a tiny little dog that's yipping and barking at us, And he's like, shut up. He's like, I don't care about those people. Stop barking at that dog. I don't care about that dog, And so he was like trying to have a conversation
with the dog.
I understand you're barking, but I don't care about that dog, And so Eric and I walk across the street. We go to Rite Aid, and I'm standing outside of Rite Aid.
Yeah.
And this dog keeps on barking because it's across the street, and I'm standing there with Boomer.
You're gonna cross over and walk, aren't you?
Boomer's just like, and he's yelling at me.
The guy.
He's like, "You are welcome to go into that store. They don't care if you take your dog in. You're welcome to go in. Go in the house." He kept on saying, "Go in the house," and I was like, and then he leaves his property and kind of like walks over to the road that we're going to cross on.
Yeah.
Well, we're walking back, and Erica's like, "We're not going that way, are we?" I'm like, yeah, we're going that way. I need the content. But unfortunately, I made eye contact with him, and I wanted something to happen, and then he just turned around and walked away. So it was disappointing. But I do find myself every once in a while saying, this could be a thing. This could give me 15 minutes on my stupid podcast. It's worth it.
Once a week, I need 15 minutes.
If I get punched in the face, and
It's
as a
worth it.
result, I got 15 minutes of content, please.
Hey, I got another thing. I'll make this one quicker if you allow it.
Okay,
I don't know.
First of all, which is more weird? 15 wheelbarrows of pasta in the woods in New Jersey, or Jesse putting 4 quarters in a...
I don't know. It's equal.
Dispenser.
It's a wash.
I'd have loved if it would have
that
been a
Jesse can
pasta
count to 4.
dispenser.
Preston, what'd you say?
The fact that Jesse can count to 4 is very strange.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jesse, you can save your...
How good is it? On a scale of 1 to 10.
It's okay.
He has
It's okay.
no idea, Jason.
Is it
you
above
cannot
a
ask him
7?
that question.
Is it above a 7?
Look, Savannah
It's
thought
like
it was pretty
asking
funny.
a child if he can drive or fly an aircraft. He'd be like, "Yeah, I can do that."
Of course.
Yeah, I could do that.
Listen,
Hurry up. Let's do it.
So I was doing some work yesterday, and it was in a sketchy part of Mansfield.
Okay.
And I look over and I see a pair of shoes hanging from a telephone wire.
I mean, somebody died.
Is that what it means?
Yeah.
So my niece told me that too. I'd never heard that. So I go over and I look because I sell shoes and clothes online.
You just steal these dead man's shoes.
I go over.
Dead man's
That's
shoes.
the way to get shot in that neighborhood, by the way.
Well, I'm not going back anytime soon. I look up and I see that they're Nikes. And I was like, those are some kind of cool Nikes. I bet you there's some value there.
They belong to a dead person.
So, well, they'll belong to someone else because I went over with a really long pole and removed them from the telephone wire, and they're worth on eBay like $50 to $80.
Oh, my goodness.
They're in great condition.
You could have gotten shot.
And it was, listen,
100%.
knowing what I know now, having two people told me that that's probably a dead person's shoes, and the part of town that I was in,
Yeah. No,
there's a lot of abandoned houses.
that's no good, Jesse.
Well, I'm gonna
can't
be
believe
about
you did
50
that.
to $80 richer, so tough noogies.
All right. Jason, do you have something? I got a couple things to
Yeah,
talk
I
about,
got-
but
I got
why
a
don't you
thing.
start?
Okay, so
We could do the Netflix suggestion.
Well, I got a thing. So
I got something.
I got a thing.
So do I.
Okay, so
All right.
we'll see how far this thing.
All
It
right.
doesn't have to go far. So I work with an interesting group of people.
Sure you do.
Half of them have spent significant time in prison,
What would you
Yep.
call significant? More
more than 7 years.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like they're criminals, they're felons, they're not. I don't want to talk too bad about them.
Sure. They're human beings.
They're
and you know,
Well, he
hopefully
doesn't
they've been
care about that.
rehabilitated.
Well, they're in the process.
That's
of
the
being
hope.
rehabilitated.
I believe that people can be rehabilitated.
Well, we're still working on it. So, so someone calls off today, and people call off.
It happens
all the time.
Sometimes you get sick.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get shot.
these are all possibilities, and people have all called off for their. We've
I'll
had,
bet it's horrible to get shot while you're sick. You know, you're already sick. You're having a bad day. You're like, now this.
Yeah. Okay, so someone called off today.
That was a short. That was like a 4-second short. What I just did.
For YouTube. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll put it up.
This
So
is the-
timestamp 31 minutes.
Yeah,
38
31
seconds.
minutes.
Okay, got it. Okay, so that's not going to happen.
It would blow up though if it did.
Some guy called off today, and in his text, he said,
Oh.
these are his words.
Okay.
I accidentally put on my mom's makeup, and now my face is swollen. I can't come into work today.
Been there, done that.
I accidentally.
These
on
are his
my-
words. I accidentally put on my mom's makeup, and now my face is swollen. I can't come into work.
Okay, so I guess if you accidentally put on makeup, that means
Your mom's makeup.
that means you have your own makeup
Oh, okay.
that you normally put on,
Yeah.
and you got them switched up,
That makes sense.
and you put on her makeup, but you're allergic to that,
Yeah.
and you didn't realize.
That makes more
Does this
sense.
guy usually come in with makeup
I've
on?
never seen him with makeup on.
Okay.
He's brand new. He just started this week. So it's not. He doesn't have a good start.
Sure.
I mean, it's not going well with him.
It's not a bad excuse as far as they go.
Yeah, because you don't really want to ask. Like, HR isn't going to be like, well, let's investigate this further. Because everyone's like, well, okay.
My thing is, if that's a lie, how bad of a thing really
What's he
happened?
covering up?
What's he covering up? Because that's pretty bad.
I accidentally put on my mom's makeup, and my face swelled up, so I can't come to work today.
Yeah, that's it.
That's airtight. I don't think I don't think there's anything you can do about that.
I mean, if you accidentally put on your mom's makeup and your face swelled up, would you go to work the next
so
day?
like
No,
you,
I
like,
would not.
Tripped.
Okay.
Have you seen that video? It's like I don't know, it's like a stupid online video of a guy like on a construction site tripping, and he falls all the way home. Like he keeps on like falling.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty funny.
He just falls into his couch. Like, oh.
Oh well,
So here's the thing. I've got 61 different reasons.
we're not gonna do that.
Listen,
We're not. That's
Listen.
not gonna happen.
I got 61.
We're not gonna read.
I got 61.
You pick 5.
I can't.
Well, that would be the rest of the show, Jason.
Okay.
Reading 61.
Like for instance, another employee, not at my place.
this is just
Somewhere else.
ones you found on the internet.
Yeah, specifically Reader's Digest. One guy said he couldn't come in because his llama wouldn't stop barfing.
I mean, I could see that.
If you got to take care of your llama,
Okay. I always assumed llamas had iron stomachs,
why
but
do they spit or is that camels?
No,
they
they spit.
spit.
They're
yeah,
spitters.
llamas spit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it was just excessive spitting.
isn't there a llama on Napoleon Dynamite that he feeds the casserole? Tina.
Come get your dinner.
Eat your food. Okay.
Okay, so let's do this. Instead of reading this list,
Okay.
everybody email the show, text, message, whatever. The best excuse you've ever used to call off work. And then we will read those, the real ones.
The best
next
excuse I ever used, it was when I worked at Sam's Club. Full circle here. I worked at Sam's Club.
Yeah.
And I never called off, ever.
Yeah.
I would never. I needed the money. If I was sick, I came in. It didn't matter. I mean, And I called my boss one day, and I said, here's the thing. I am pretty much your best employee back there. You know it. I know it. Okay? I give you everything I have every time I come.
Yeah.
You believe me because I've proven that I'm honest. She's like, yeah, that's true. So if I told you I couldn't come in today because I was sick, you wouldn't even question it, would you? No, I wouldn't question it. That's not true. I'm not sick. But the fair is in town. And I want to go to the fair with my friends. Yeah. And that's the reason I don't want to come into work today, And so what do you think?
She let you
and
do
she
it.
goes, I appreciate your honesty.
I don't like the...
I didn't like that either. And then she thought about it and she said, okay, do not tell anyone that I let you off of work so you could go to the fair. And I said, it's in between you and me. And I've held that secret in until this day.
You're just now
so I hope I'm not getting anybody in trouble.
Yeah.
But the Sam's Club Bakery in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the manager in 2001.
Yeah. So I worked here at the same time. I tried to call off to Mike one time.
Oh, Mike wouldn't have it.
No, I called off and I said, hey, Mike, I'm having problems with my car.
No.
I can't get
Mike's
in. He
like,
goes,
find a way.
No, he goes, we'll send someone to get you.
Yeah.
I said, nah, I'll just come in. My car was fine.
Yeah.
I just didn't
Mike
want to go to
was
work.
not my manager. Mike
Mike was my
wouldn't
manager.
have stood for that.
Yeah.
But this lady, she allowed it. So, all right. Do you want to do the Netflix?
Yeah, do the Netflix.
You know what? Just I think we should just, at this point of the show, just crank on the music, turn on the Netflix suggestion of the week theme, and just have me start singing right now.
Netflix, watch these shows of those.
Finding a way to shorten it.
Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus.
How's that mess up the video?
Netflix,
I'm not clipping anything
Netflix, watch these shows with us.
I don't clip it up.
Netflix,
Sometimes he chops it up.
Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus.
Jason,
I know.
What is your Netflix suggestion of the week? Give it to me now.
In a second.
In 3, 2, and
That's going to
1.
make the song not feel so long. All right, continue.
Because you babbled over top of it.
Well, there'll be a fading. I'll do a whole thing, but no clipping, no chopping, no cutting
Of
any
kind.
No splicing?
We're not Jewish. All right, continue.
Okay. So
I think that's a snip, actually. There's a difference between a snip, a cut, a chop.
I'm not Jewish.
Yeah. I'm not Jewish, so I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't want my mohel chopping. I would want him snipping at the most. All right, continue.
Trim.
A trim, maybe a trim.
A hack is completely off the table.
No, listen. If I find out my mohel is hacking,
There's a problem.
not today.
Yeah.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, so Stella is home for the immediate future. I don't know for how long. Indefinite future. And
Drop out?
We don't know that.
No,
she,
we don't know.
We don't know that she went.
She just called me and said, "Pick me up." I go, okay, bring the van twice because I have a lot of stuff. And now she's on my couch.
Bags of bagels.
Bags of bagels. So I don't even know. It's another Jewish thing.
I
don't
don't
know.
ask any questions. I just
So we started this the Cunk history of Cunk.
Oh, Philomena Cunk. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
She's funny.
I
told you.
Hilarious.
I told
Listen,
you.
Okay, first of all,
Did I not tell you?
you did tell me. Listen,
Okay.
for the record, this is the show. The show's stance on women in comedy.
Okay. All right. Let's
Okay,
do it.
you
Let's
ready?
do
Don't
it.
make a broad
Okay.
sweeping statement here.
No, women are not funny.
Okay, good. Okay. I thought you were going to say the other one,
What?
that women are funny.
No,
Listen.
no.
Okay.
we are
No.
on record as a show.
Fantastic.
Women are not funny.
I'm on board.
And there's a reason that women are not funny. They don't have to be.
Yes.
Because they're attractive.
Yep.
Men are ugly. We're mutants, so we have to be funny.
Right.
Because if we're not funny,
We're not.
We
Yeah.
can't find mates. You know what I mean? It's the way we find mates.
It's
Women
our
don't
humor.
have to be funny.
No.
They can just be pretty.
Or just be there.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Interested to some level.
Yeah.
That'd be fine with any guy.
Women don't have to be funny. Biologically speaking,
Right.
they're not
It's a
predisposed.
defense mechanism for us.
It is.
We
it's
have to.
It's a male thing.
It is a male thing. So for the record, women are not funny.
I would say percentage-wise, I mean...
It's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, 99% of the women are not funny.
I'd,
100th of a percentage.
Well, it's 99.9.
No, it's
Because
not. There are funny women. They exist.
They do exist. Well, here's the thing. This lady,
She's
what's her name?
hilarious. Philomena Cunk. Well, that's not her real name.
I don't know what
but
her real name
yeah.
is. But here's the thing. This is the funniest woman on planet Earth.
She is
There is
so
nobody funnier than this lady.
Stinking funny.
She is hilarious.
She's funny.
Does she have it all? Is she funny and attractive?
She's not
Jesse,
attractive.
we don't objectify women here.
But she's
Stop,
not attractive.
please.
She's fine. She's
She's
fine
all right?
She's a
girl.
woman. All right, she'd be good enough for you.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Okay.
I don't know.
This not funny. Okay, so here's the thing. This woman is flat out the funniest woman I've ever seen on anything in the history of the world.
She's funny.
She is hilarious.
She's very funny.
Okay, so it's British, so that adds an extra element. It's dry, it's sarcastic.
It's so dry. It's like before you even put the spaghetti in the water. Like it's straight spaghetti dry.
Dust.
That's
It's spaghetti
how it's
dust dry.
It is Mojave Desert dry.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
It's so funny.
She plays it off so well.
She is funny.
So there's 5 episodes, and she's doing it like documentary style, and she's sitting down with these experts and academia professors, and all
Asking
this
them
stuff.
questions.
Asking questions. A lot
and the
like,
people she's asking questions are real
they're
historians.
real legit people,
Yeah.
and they are not aware that she.
Well, I think they know.
I think they discover it down the road because I think early on they're.
I think they're. My guess is that they are coached to say, "This is a comedy, but we want you to answer them as straight as you can."
Oh.
Maybe I'd be curious to know.
Did you watch it?
I've seen. I don't know how
There's
many.
5. There's a total.
Well,
of 5.
I've seen. There's more than that actually.
Oh.
If you go on YouTube, you can find more.
Okay. Well, we watched all of them on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
and I laughed. Actually, I couldn't watch them. I wanted to just binge it. Mm-hmm. You can't.
No.
No, it's
You
too
can't
much.
binge it.
It's too dry and too funny.
One at a time is enough.
One at a time, once a night for 5 nights, you will laugh.
Yeah, it's like a foot long sub. You know what I mean? Like
I finish that every time.
one at a time.
Oh yeah, one at a time.
Yeah,
you
you're not
don't
going to
do
eat
5
foot long subs.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so
know.
here's the thing. You're judging the attractiveness of this lady.
that's what
He's
you're doing.
still- it took him 10 minutes to find her.
Her first name's hard to spell. Okay,
He just had to know.
I had to know.
Okay, she's not attractive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Cunk on history Cunk or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
Cunk. That's how she
It's
spells
hilarious.
it. It's very
And
funny.
Not kid friendly. Don't watch it with kids.
I don't know. I've not seen the Netflix ones. I've seen a couple on YouTube, and found them to be pretty funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Totally worth a few minutes.
I told you would like it. I
That's
I
great.
try not to give you too many really exact suggestions, but
That one is everybody needs to watch it.
Okay, something else. My Netflix suggestion of the week is also on Netflix. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the new season of Documentary Now dropped.
No.
Okay, so the name of the episode is, I think it's called When They Threw Rocks or something. So have you ever seen the Muhammad Ali documentary? It's a very famous documentary about his fight with Joe Frazier, like in Africa.
The
I
Rumble
think.
in the Jungle?
Yeah, the Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah,
Have you ever
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that?
yeah.
It's a great documentary. So it's shot like that. So it's obviously because each one of the documentary nows are making fun of a specific kind of documentary, you know. So it's shot like that, except it's a story about this sport called I think it's called rock throwing in Wales.
Okay.
Obviously made up, where these two guys stand in a sheep pen, and there's a line down the middle of the sheep pen, and they pick up giant rocks and they throw them at one another until somebody can't go anymore.
Okay.
And so it's about this guy, and now he's like the greatest, but he's a little past his prime, and there's this new big guy that's come up, and it's how they fight one another. It's so good. You will love it.
Okay.
I've not seen the other documentary nows on season 4,
Yeah.
but that episode, it's called, I think, When They Threw Rocks or something like that.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I wish they would do a King of Kong.
A King of Kong would be tremendous. Yeah,
With
that
Billy
would be
Mitchell.
great.
With Billy Mitchell?
The problem is that's already so funny. It's
Yeah,
like it would
it's
be
hard.
hard to be funnier than the actual documentary.
But it's a real documentary. It's not meant to be funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Have you
but-
seen Wild Wild Country?
I think so.
The
Is that
the actual
the
documentary,
Cult, the
and
cult
then
one?
yes,
Yeah.
and then you've seen the documentary now
Yeah,
version of it.
yeah.
Yeah, those two are like identical. They're very funny. So
Have you seen the bowling one?
the bowling one is tremendous. Listen, we both love documentaries.
Documentary,
I
yeah.
love a documentary.
Give me a good doc.
All right, Jason. I got something I want to talk about.
Well, Stella, what are you watching?
oh, sorry.
She's our guest. We haven't talked to her all the whole show.
I'm just enjoying this.
I'm used to her just being on the ones and zeros.
She
So,
is in the official guest
she's
chair.
in the guest chair.
She deserves.
Stella, what have you been watching lately?
I always
That's
like
great.
going
So
to-
I was
okay.
no. I'm sorry. What have you been watching?
No, Kitchen Nightmares. It's
yeah.
always I
Gordon
love going
Ramsay.
to it. Yeah, and it's free on YouTube. I found that out, so I've just been watching it.
My girls like to come up to me and with 2 pieces of bread and slap them on both sides of my face and say, "What are you?" And then I have to say, "I'm an idiot sandwich." And then it's like
You know,
a thing
there
we
was
do.
an episode where he yelled at the people because they had so much pasta made up, and he
What?
made them dump
Hey,
all the pasta.
wait a minute.
It's a lot of pasta.
circle.
Full circle.
Shut up.
Yeah,
So
they're
Gordon Ramsay is somehow connected to the New Jersey pasta.
He has to be because he was like, "Do you know how much
I think he has to
pasta
be.
you just made?" And they were like, "Well, like yeah, a lot." And he's like, "You could serve this much pasta in a month." And they're like,
Wait, what?
The whole thing.
What accent are you doing right
Pasta? I don't know.
now? Do that again.
Just because you say a word different,
He
doesn't
says
mean it's
pasta.
the
He says
accent.
pasta. I don't know. I couldn't take him seriously if he were yelling and cussing at me because he says pasta instead of pasta.
Okay, speaking of pasta, I'm gonna give you a term.
Pasta was my favorite Christian rapper in the 90s. It was like a gang version of Pastor, you know?
No, I followed. Yeah.
Yeah. He
It was
sang
Pasta Mike.
pasta. Yeah.
Pasta Mike.
But
'Cause
Mike was spelled with a Y.
MYC.
Yeah. His number one hit was "It Getting Holy in Here."
It getting holy here.
Sure.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. So it's getting holy here. So drop off all your sin. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Sit in the pew.
Getting so holy.
Yeah, that was the background.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. He was good. He was good.
Pasta Mike.
Video.
Yeah, that's the music video.
It's getting
I
holy.
just watched that this week.
All right.
Actually, I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
Let's
right.
show you after the show.
So what are we talking about?
Pasta reminded me of a word that I've been using to describe the smell of someone I work with. Okay, I'm not going to say no, listen, it's not pasta, but it reminds me of the word. And I realize this is not a word associated with smell, but I can't come up with a better word. Mm-hmm. What would you describe the smell of pudgy?
Okay.
If pudgy was a smell, what would you? How would you?
Dank.
Dank.
yeah.
Oh, dank's a good
pudgy.
one.
Yeah.
Like a 30-day smear.
Pudgy. I mean, I think we can all agree. Pudgy has a smell.
Pudgy definitely has a smell. Well, this guy's pudgy.
It doesn't reek.
No, it's not a reeker.
No, it's not a reek. Morbidly obese people often reek.
They reek.
Morbidly.
Yeah,
Obese.
Pudge is more of a just like a. What's so
in my
funny?
2 weeks.
Am I saying something bad?
No, you
No,
no, you
I'm
just
kidding.
continue.
I'm just kidding.
Do you smell pudgy?
Yeah, right now.
I
Smell it coming towards me.
Right now, I'm putting off some pudge.
Okay, stop. Dan, what was the other thing?
Well, I don't feel like we have enough time for it.
I skipped my 61 things for this because you had a thing.
Yeah, we have only got. Stella took so long on her Netflix suggestion of the week. I was like, enough. All right, Kitchen Nightmares. We get it.
Jeez, we've all seen it.
No one came here for
Been
you.
30 years.
I don't want to. I got a couple of good things, and I don't want to waste them.
You gonna do half a thing?
in 3 minutes.
You have half a thing?
I'm getting older, and I complain more. I find myself easier. Like I get irritated a lot quicker than I used to get irritated. I used to have. I'm getting. It just is. And weird things make me irritated sometimes. Like angry.
Yeah.
Just like angry. Like just like any human being in 2023, I'll cycle through some YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
I'll do that. You know what I mean? That one's funny. Oh, that's interesting. That's making me think, oh, I got to put that on my recipes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just like a smattering of YouTube shorts.
I
You know what
love
mean?
a good smatter.
That's
Yeah.
a great word.
And but every once in a while, I come across one of those where it's like someone else made a really interesting video, and then this guy, because he doesn't have an original thought, decided he would record his face watching that video. You know what I'm talking
A
about?
reaction video.
I hate them.
Yeah.
They
Now,
they
what's-
make me visceral.
Have
like,
you seen a reaction of a reaction video? Because those are great.
are those things?
Listen, it's
is that a real thing?
It is a thing. Listen,
That's because this person doesn't have an original thought, and so they found a funny video or something interesting, and they thought they would go, you know, and like, you know.
Yeah, but
It makes me so
A
mad.
single reaction video is lame. A reaction of a
that's
reaction video,
art.
that's fantastic.
That's art.
It is
What
art.
It is
Dan
art.
needs to do is do a reaction of a reaction of the reaction
Yeah,
video
yeah,
where
yeah.
he's like, you don't even have your own content.
Yeah.
just
Basically,
gets
it
mad.
flips and flops every
Yeah.
time. So the odd reactions are bad, and the even reactions are good.
No. The
Opposite.
even reaction. Oh, okay. The
first reaction would be
reaction's
one.
bad.
Yeah,
The
second-
second one's good. Third one too much.
It's a lot
Fourth
like-
one. Okay.
It's a lot like the Star Trek series.
Yes.
The movies.
Was Search for Spock.
1 was bad. 2 was fantastic. 3 was a little of a letdown. 4 was no good. But then 5, it came back around.
Sure. Well, we should say National.
Eat what you want day?
Yeah, it's National Eat What You Want Day.
Whatever.
For Jesse,
Just another day.
any day that ends in Y is a day that he eats what he wants. So
Yeah.
We should, all the Lauer Patch kids
Yeah.
should post a reaction video to Dan telling that story. And then next week, Dan will do a reaction of those reaction videos.
I actually would like that.
Okay.
That would be funny.
Okay,
Can
so
you make that
this
a
week's
short
challenge.
Can you make my
Yeah.
complaining a short?
So this week's challenge
And then someone can
is Dan's gonna do a
No. You
No, wait.
do a reaction video of me complaining about.
I have to do a
videos.
reaction video of you.
No, you don't have to. We're asking
The
the,
Lauer
audience.
Patch Kids.
Oh, the Lauer Patch Kids.
The Lauer
Yeah.
Patch Kids make a reaction video
Of you
of
complaining.
me complaining
About
and
reaction
you react
videos.
to it.
Oh, that's interesting. Never thought of it that way before.
De Niro.
Are my original ideas good?
No.
Usually no,
No.
but they're original. You know, and that's what's hard in life. All right, I just got a text from Farmer Bob that says, every time a youth talks about a lock-in, my bones ache. All right, he hates lock-ins. He really hates.
That happens like once a week.
Yeah, he's not a fan, so that's funny. All right, this is Dan signing off for Jason and Stella. Honestly, Stella, thanks for coming today. I wish Jason would let you talk more. Reminding you to never wear the blue sweats. No, keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Good dog.
I've spoken.
Good night, Lauer Patch Kids.